Hello and welcome to Downtime Fun. In this video, I'm going to rate 54 Hanayama puzzles in terms of how fun they are. If you are new here, I am a puzzle collector and a keen puzzle solver, having solved over 400 mechanical puzzles since 2020 and have uploaded many of the solves on this YouTube channel. Christmas is near and I think these puzzles are excellent gifts for your nerdy friends or those who think they are clever. Having solved them all before, I will share with you which ones I think are the best in terms of fun and difficulty, and you can decide which ones you should get. Okay, so I am going to use the tier maker and I have uploaded all the photos here. 54 Hanayama puzzles plus the 55th, which is the wooden star. All-time favorite. And let's see, S tier. S for super fun. At the bottom we can put it as don't bother. We can change this as we go along, so this is meh. This is cool. And then in the middle it's okay. Right, so let's start ranking. I have roughly split them into the Hanayama difficulty list. It's the difficulty goes up from 1 star to 6 stars. So we'll start with the 1 star difficulty. For the first one, this is the Hanayama loop. I can remember the name. And for this one, it's very simple, but I think it's very elegant. So it is a super fun one for friends that like some nice looking, quite fun, but it will only take around 15 seconds to solve. So maybe I'll put it in cool. Next is this one, Hanayama Diamond. Cast Diamond. It's okay. Again, it's a 1 star difficulty puzzle. It took me around 10 seconds to solve. It's satisfying, but it's not super cool. So I'll put it in okay. Next, Hanayama Horse. I think this is cool. It's a classic. I think it must have been around for over 100 years, the concept-wise. So this one, it's cool. It's quite surprising how you solve it. Yeah, actually, I'll put it super fun for now. Pretty cool. Cast Key 2, another 2 star difficulty level. I think it's okay. It's a maze type puzzle. 2 star difficulty. Pretty okay. Cast Delta. It's another interlocking one. The mechanism is relatively hidden. I'd say meh. Now, it won't be my first choice for a gift as a puzzle. It doesn't look very cool. The solve is not very satisfying. It's okay satisfying, but it's meh. Cast G and G. This is actually one of my first videos. I think it's also meh. A bit frustrating, and it's not the most satisfying, and it doesn't look very good, so meh. Cast Slider. I think this one is super cool. It's fun. It's a fidget toy type of puzzle. And it stumps me here now and then when I take it out and try to solve it. It's got some misdirection. I'll actually put it in super fun, so it's quite a good fidget toy and then it's a good puzzle to solve. Next is Cast Keyhole. I just put it directly to, don't bother. It's a maze. You can see the shape of the maze. It takes some time to figure it out, but it's not pretty. It's logical, but it's not that fun to me. Cast S and S. It looks quite elegant. The mechanism is quite well hidden, even though everything is laid out pretty obviously, but it's quite hidden. So it's there are better ones, so I'll put it as meh. Padlock. Quite a tough one for me. It's okay. It looks cool. It's a maze type puzzle. it's okay. So yeah, let's put it that way. Where is this? Okay. Next, Aqua. This one, I think it must be a 5-star. It's rated as a 4-star, but I think it's actually very difficult and it's very fiddly. It looks quite cool at the start, but there is one hidden move that is quite tricky and it can get frustrating. This can be shared with your friends who you think they always think they're pretty clever, and then you can put this in. Oh, actually, talk about this. I'll put this out first. This is the Cast UFO. This one is super tricky. It's like I put it as a 6-star, but they were ranked as a 4-star. The history behind this puzzle is that the designer, I think it's Professor Timonen, actually bundled 2 puzzles in one. So the puzzle in the middle is one puzzle, and then the outer ring was the other puzzle. But then this one's super tricky. It's super hard to solve, even if you know the solution. So it's okay. I think it's quite a good puzzle to frustrate your friends. So yeah, maybe I'll put it as cool just for the sake of it. So yeah, that's okay. That's all good. Cast okay. Looks like a sunflower. It's actually an award-winning puzzle, if I'm not wrong. It was called the Sunflower, and then it was remade as an ogier. So I'll put it as okay. It looks cool. It's not very smooth to solve it, so it's okay. This is the Cast Star. It has the Ouroboros snake as a design, and then there's a star. We have to take it out. Quite a well-hidden mechanism. I'll put it as cool. It's simple, 2 pieces. You have to take it out and then put it back together again. Relatively interesting. This one, the Baroque, I'll just put it directly to cool. When you solve it, it's ultra satisfying, but the movements before the solve can be a bit tricky and it's not too smooth. But I love the design, and then it's maybe a personal thing. But the solve is very satisfying. I'll leave it there. Galaxy, I'll just put don't bother. 4 pieces of metal. It doesn't look nice. The solve can be satisfying, but it's just it's not worth it. Just don't bother. This one is actually a special edition. It's a repeat of. So this is the Zelda Triforce puzzle, which came out I think last year. It is an alternative design for the Cast Delta. I can't remember, Delta or the Square. Just for the looks, I'll put it as cool. The solve is generally okay, but the looks, for Zelda fans, I think you won't go wrong. So if you have a friend who loves Zelda and loves solving puzzles, I think this will be a pretty good one. Cast Coaster, you can use it as a coaster, so it has some utility. The solve is pretty interesting. It looks quite nice, but doesn't do much, so okay. Cast Cake, to me, I think it's pretty nice. The design, 3 pieces in a shell. Mechanism not super obvious, but the final move is not satisfying enough, so I'll put it as meh. Okay. Cast Coil, 2 pieces intertwined. This one, it's quite heavy. The mechanism is very angular. It's not smooth. It's interesting. It's a sort of a maze puzzle, but we can do better, so meh. Cast Donut, this is pretty satisfying. It's cool. It looks excellent, so I think I'll put it as cool. This one, Cast Cylinder, if I'm not wrong. So this one, at the start, I would say don't bother when I first played with it, or meh. But as I play with it more, I realized it's a pretty good fidget toy, and there is a logic behind the whole puzzle. So yeah, cool. Cast hexagon. This one, I'll put it as super fun. Everything is laid out very clearly, but you have to solve it. It's not difficult. Actually, this is one of the most recent solve that I did on the channel, and it's an award-winning puzzle, so there's some history behind it. Pretty cool, super fun. This one, again, another special limited edition or special edition of the Cast Heart, which is a string or rope type puzzle. I hate it. I don't like rope puzzles, so maybe I'll just put don't bother. But if you have, again, a friend of the Zelda fans, it can be okay, but not for me. Cast U and U, it has this industrial feel. It's super fun. Well, actually, I'll say that again. It's not super fun like here, but it's fun. But it's difficult, and it's not. The solution is not elegant. So I'll put it as cool. If you have friends who like nuts and bolts and like the industrial feel, it's pretty okay. Slider. No, this is not slider. This is rattle. Okay, cast rattle. Don't bother. I think it's just not elegant. It moves about. The solve is not super satisfying, so no. Cast spiral. I think this is called. The spiral. It's 5 pieces of metal. It looks like a puzzle. It looks pretty okay. It's super heavy. It has heft, and I dropped it on my foot and I got injured, so I could put it on me. It's satisfying in a sense, but yeah, I just put it in me. Cast duet. This is one of the first sort of metal maze puzzle for me. The goal is to move this gold piece out from the dial, and it's a maze, and you have to turn it around. It's quite good. So it's, if your friend or yourself like maze puzzles, this is quite a good one. Cast Devil, solved this recently. It's an iconic puzzle. The move is satisfying. It just only takes one move to solve it, but it's fun. It's not easy to find the solution, so I'll put it as cool. Cast Cyclone. We are going to a difficult puzzles tiers now. It's a 5-star difficulty. Great shout out to, I think it's Kyo Wong from Hong Kong who designed this puzzle. So, hey, my neighbor, not neighbor, but both from Hong Kong. But the thing is, I didn't really like the final solution where there is a non-elegant solution. So, yeah, I won't bother, and it's too difficult for what it is. Radix, I think the solution is cast Radix. It looks pretty good. You can put it out as a sculpture. It's fun. It's sort of surprising to me, and it's a good lead to. I think it's very organic. I think I'll use this word to explain it. The moves are very organic. It's smooth. It's rounded, and it's a good introduction to what we will see later, which is the Trinity. I'll put Trinity is a 6-star difficulty level. It's actually very difficult, but I think it looks cool, and the solve is, I'll put it okay, because not super elegant, but it's fun and the satisfaction is there. Cast Elk, don't bother. It looks okay, but the solve, it's meh. It's okay. Not more to say. Square, don't cast square. I'm not a big fan. Don't bother. Okay, so the cast square is actually a spiritual inspiration for the Hanayama Triforce. That's the one. So it's not as cool. So if you want to get the square, just get this, which has a much cooler theme. Cast Labby, I think it's super fun. You see it's a labyrinth type of design. It's a maze. It has 2 sides. And there is one really cool move that you need to do, so I'll put it as super fun. Cast Marble. Everyone loves this because it's, I think it's a 5, is it a 5 or 6 star difficulty? Maybe it's 5 star. It's actually not super difficult, but it's ultra satisfying and it looks cool, so super fun. Quartet, 6 star difficulty. Now everything the following puzzles I would say it's each one is super difficult. This one, it's difficult, and I didn't like the paint on it because it came off, and given it's metal and I have to solve it, I just didn't like the aesthetics when some of the paint comes off. So no. This one, if you search on the internet, this is the cast hourglass. Everyone hated it because it's, I think, one of the most difficult within all these puzzles, and it's just fiddly and tricky. So I'll put it as okay, because if you want to truly frustrate your clever friends, this one is the one to get. I don't hate it, I just don't like it. Another nut type industrial design puzzle called the Cast Nut. I think this one is even called. It's a 6 star difficulty. It's surprising, but I think it's just, I'll just put it as meh. For a nut or industrial design, I think I'll just get the U and U instead. This is not ultra difficult, and it's not elegant. This one is one of the newest Hanayama puzzles, Cast Key 3. So I have Key 2. The Key 1, I don't think I've solved it anyway. I haven't solved this, so I don't know where I should put it. But it looks very cool, so I'll just put it as cool. And I've tried to play around with it already, and it's not super smooth, but it looks cool. I may change it later to maybe super fun or okay, or even don't bother. But for now, it's cool. Cast Vortex. I would just put it as cool or okay. Cool, okay. It's difficult, but it looks elegant when it's complete. But it's just difficult. Okay. Another cast, H&H. This one, apparently it's easily damaged and it will affect the solve, so I'll just put it as don't bother. I just didn't like it. This one, I just think it's super fun. You should get it. It's a 6 star difficulty, special edition Zelda. This is the sword puzzle. It just looks cool, so I don't think if you have to solve it, but you just get it as a present will be fine. And the solve is just a bonus, and it's fun. Cast Tube, it's okay. It looks good. The solve is generally acceptable, so just put it okay. We are back to 2 star difficulty, which is the Cast Dot. And is it okay, or is it? Let me see. This one is fun. It's quite fun. It's easy. I'm just trying to recollect how I solve it. Okay. Cast Infinity. I think it's okay. 6 star difficulty level. This one, it's quite logical, and I think it's okay. It's not 6 star to me. I think this is a 4 star. UFO is much harder. Cast Style, I didn't really like it. I just put it as meh. I think it's a 4 or 5 star difficulty in the Hanayama scale, but it just doesn't do anything for me. Cast Rotor, 6 star difficulty puzzle, meh. It's difficult, it's fiddly, The movements are, the openings are small, as you can see, so it takes some effort to solve it, and I don't like the looks of it. Cast chain. One of my first 6-star puzzles to be solved. I will put it as super fun. Maybe it's because of my own personal bias, but it looks ultra cool, and the solve is amazing. So, highly recommended. Enigma is cool. 6-star difficulty. It looks like a mess. It is a mess when you solve it, but this is a 2-part solve, and it's a classic. So, and it's bigger than you expect it to be. It's easy to manipulate, difficult to solve. I'll say it's cool. Cast News, a 6-star difficulty, which everyone says it shouldn't be a 6-star. It should be like a 2 to 3-star if you know the mechanism. But I think the mechanism is very, very clever, and it's a unique mechanism within the whole Hanayama range. So I think it's cool, and it looks cool. It's a Gothic design, northeast, southwest compass, that sort of stuff. Okay, 4 more to go. This one is the Hanayama, which is actually designed by Yu Asaka. So Yu Asaka is one of my favorite puzzle designers, and he has designed a lot of cool jigsaw type puzzles. This one is the Jigsaw 19, and it is super fun. It's super cool. But the Hanayama version comes as in the solve state, so open it and then just mix it around before you solve it. Otherwise, you will spoil the solution. Similarly, this is the Jigsaw 28, which Yu Asaka, I think, hasn't released in his own shop, but Hanayama did it. I think it's less fun than the Jigsaw 19, so it's okay. Or maybe, yeah, okay. And then Jigsaw 16, it's a trial and error puzzle, so I think it's meh. The colors looks quite nice. And finally, we have our Wooden Star. It's actually a super low cost, affordable puzzle, but it's a coordinated motion puzzle. I'll put it as cool because it's so classic. And I think we have ranked 55 puzzles in 22 minutes. I didn't expect this for the video to go so long, but if you went through the whole thing, thanks for watching. If you agree or disagree, please let me know in the comments below. These are the puzzles that I think are super fun and are good puzzles to give to your friends during Christmas, and I don't think they will hate you for them. Cool ones, and yeah, that's about it. If you liked this video, please give it a like. Hope this video helped you a bit. It's a bit long, but thanks for sticking till the end, and I will go back to solving puzzles in the next video. Thank you. Bye.